Hey, happy Tuesday night, everybody, from me and a freshly shaved little Rizzo down here. She might look a little different from the last video you guys saw her. She's actually a teeny little girl, but she was so fluffy, she looked like a little sausage before, so she just wanted to make her haircut debut for you guys. So thank you so much for coming today to work out with me. I hope that you saw in the video, or I'm sorry, in the post earlier, that this exercise, this workout is going to be themed, what do I call it? Simple movements, small movements, big results. So we're going to still be using weights, still be using a little bit of equipment, but just focusing on how we can use simple movements, small movements, little hand weights, little things like bands to really get some big results. So that's what we're going to explore today. But I'll get into that a little bit more later. First, as always, let's go over your equipment so you have time to grab that. So what you're going to need today is you're going to need one heavy hand weight. So again, just whatever you consider heavy. It doesn't have to be anything out of this world, but we are going to be using it for some squat variations. So the squats themselves, I'm not going to say aren't going to be challenging, but we're just going to be exploring squats in a little bit of a different way. So heavy hand weight would be preferred, but really just any hand weight you've got is just fine if you don't have something you consider heavy. You're going to need two light hand weights. Light's really going to depend on you. We're doing a kind of different exercise with some of these little light hand weights. In fact, several of them will be things you may never have done before. So if you do have a good weight selection, maybe get something you consider very light and then get something that you consider light-ish. Just really thinking safety here. These are movements we haven't done before. They're small muscle group work. So just want to be mindful of that. You need one resistance band, something like this guy, a circular, stretchy. May have something from physical therapy if it doesn't look exactly like this, where they just cut it off the big rope of resistance band and tie it in a knot. That's what you're looking for. And the last two things you need, possibly, we're not going to be challenging our balance quite to the extreme as we did in our previous workout, but we are going to be doing at least one move that definitely has some balance challenge, should probably two. One very much so. So you might want to have something close by, just a stability item. So either chair back or have a wall that you can touch for stability. Just something that can be your anchor if you need it, okay? And then the last thing, as always, is going to be a yoga mat, flat blanket, something of that nature to support you on the floor. I'm actually going to have, I normally don't bring a yoga mat out. This is my junk garage yoga mat. But we are going to be doing some down dog. So I found that this mat was a little slippery for me. So we haven't done down dog in class before. That can be not challenging in your hands, but you know, you're putting a lot of pressure into your hands. So if you're on a floor that your hands might slide, like a carpeted floor or something like that, then you definitely want to grab a yoga mat if you have it. Or if you don't have any option, just be really mindful of hands and stability. Okay? All right, so if you need to go grab equipment, go do that. We'll cover our couple housekeeping notes and we'll get started. So as I mentioned, this is going to be small movements / simple movements that should get some big results for you. It's going to be full body workout. We're going to have two upper body, two lower body, reverse that order. We're starting with lower body, two upper body, and then if we have time, we're going to do a core set. My Saturday class got a bit out of control with the time, so I'm going to be more mindful. I actually kind of was aware it was happening on Saturday. I think I mentioned it a few times, but it was Saturday. We have a little more freedom. I know weeknights we don't have quite the freedom that we do Saturday afternoon, so I'm going to do my best to keep time in check, keep my mouth a little more quiet, maybe. And so that's what we're going to be working on today. If we have to cut the core section out, we will. We're going to do it'll be 4 exercises, but some of it's going to be single-sided work. So we'll have between 4 and 3 exercises that we're going to repeat through to call our sets. And again, we're going to be working for reps, not time. So no timers will be going off. We're just going to be counting. We're going to be working in that, for the most part, 10 to 12 range like we have been lately, okay? So try to get to 10, 12 if you need it, okay? And then, again, no music as always, sorry. So add your own music, add your own jams. We've got Facebook, of course, running for questions. So I will come in between every break, take a look, see if there's anything I need to address. And again, I only see the most recent comments because I'm terrified to touch my phone and knock it over. I am ordering a better tripod though, so maybe I can do that in the next couple exercises, workouts. So if there's anything that I don't address, just let me know and I'm happy to help you. Modify as always. Don't feel ashamed ever about modifying. And again, if there's a modification I don't show or that you don't understand, just shoot me a message. I'll be happy to help you. And otherwise, share. I talked about this on Saturday, but not only does sharing help this workout get out in front of your friends and encourage them to get moving, it also just helps the people who already like and follow the page see our posts. I've heard from quite a few people, even though I post very religiously 24 hours before the workout, an hour before the workout. I hear from a lot of people that they don't see my posts, that the workouts are coming. And so this is one way to kind of help that by sharing my post. It makes Facebook think I'm more important than I am, and so it gets out in front of the people who actually want to see it that still aren't seeing it. So share if you can, and then if you have any interest, of course you can Venmo me at Strong Style Fit if you want to throw any dollars my way as a thank you for this service, but it is definitely not required. Just something that I like to put out there for those who have been so kind to support me. So thank you so much. I hope you've grabbed your equipment, not too much to grab today. So we should be ready to get started. I'm gonna grab a quick drink of water. I'm gonna check for any comments that I need to address and we'll get started. So go ahead and get yourself set up. I'll tell you what you need for this first set of exercises is your resistance band and your mat, because we are gonna get down to the floor. So resistance band and mat, that's what you need. All right, take just a couple seconds. Oh, hello friends. I see Kathy and I see Sandy. Hey Sandy. I have reached out to Sandy with our own personal messaging system to let her know my workouts are coming. So I'm glad you made it. And Sarah, hey Sarah, so good to see you. Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna put resistance band around our ankles, all right? So, catch your balance. There we go. So we want it around our ankle. You don't want it right on top of your foot, but you don't want it up on your calf either. So kind of that real sturdy part of your ankle is what you're looking for. This is one where you might, if you have that chair back or a wall, depending on how my balance is, I might turn around and grab the wall, that we're going to be balancing on one foot, okay? All right, so what this is going to look like is we are going to go front, side, back with our band, okay? So here's some cues real quick and then we'll get started. Your front, side, back should look something in the realm of this. And what I mean is about that far of extension with that band. So if you're able to swing your leg out really far, put yourself on a harder band. What are you doing? Quit playing. Put on a tougher band. So that's one thing. And also too, you want to make sure when we lift to the front, we're squeezing through our quad to lift. So we're not doing a big hip kick. We're squeezing through that quad. We're squeezing through the outer leg. We're squeezing through that booty to take it to the back. Controlled. If you can, don't touch down in the middle, but if you need to tap in the middle, that's fine too. All right, let's get started. We're gonna go left leg first, engage that core, stand nice and tall. We go front, side, back. That's one. That's two. Keep a little bit of bend in that plant leg. You never want a knee locked totally out. It's four. Good job. Might already be feeling a little bit. 5, 6, woo, 7, 8, good job. If you haven't already, try to let go and try to balance. Get that little extra balance challenge. This is our last one on this side. Woo! Now, you might be thinking, especially if you're not used to band work, Tracy, my plant leg was burning. Why wasn't the working leg? It was a plant leg. Very, very normal. That stabilizer leg will burn just like the other leg. So, totally normal. Let's switch it out. Right side, front, side, and back. Front, side, and back. Remember, control movements, no wild swings. Good. Side and back. I believe that's 5. Front, side, and back. 6. Front, side, back. 7. Side, back. That's 8. We got 2 more. Front, side, and back. That's 9. 1 more. Front, side, and back. Woo! All right, so let's go down to our side. We're going to kick that band off. You might just want to leave it dangling on one foot. We're going to come down to our side. So, we want to be set up. Kind of find that comfy point where you're not on that hip bone. You're sort of in that little meaty part. We're going to be up on our elbow, or you can be down like this. Your choice. This would be my number 1 choice. If you can stay with your shoulder long like this. A lot of times we start collapsing down like this. So we want to stay up tall, core engaged. We're going to lift this leg just a little bit, just hovering above the other foot. We're going to make a little tap forward in front of that foot and a little tap with our heel to the back. So we're not going big, that's not our goal. The smaller we keep it, the more we're going to start to feel some burn over here. All right, so let's go. Put it over the top. Let's go. 1, 2. Move slowly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. You might already be burning a little bit from those front side back raises, which was the point. Yes. All right, switch it around. Stack up tall through that shoulder. Stack feet. Notice all the muck you've already got on your pants from your garage floor. Lift that leg just a little bit. Front and back. 1, 2. Keeping that core nice and tight. 3, 4. So we're rotating in that hip socket. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. All right, so we're going to need the band back on. Your choice. You can either go ahead and slide it on before you get up, or wait till you're standing. Whatever works for you. All right, so let's go right to it. We have got front, side, back with the left. Front, side, and back. Front, side, and back. I'm already talking. Front, side. Well, when am I not talking? My booty and my plant leg is already talking. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew. That hip, y'all. 9. Last one. 10. 2. It's funny, using these bands, my own personal bands, have been such an eye-opening experience. You know, all the ones at the gym, you imagine are stretched out to some level, but woo! I lost my back, there we go. But man, you crack open a new thing of bands, you realize just how stretched out they really get. I believe we're at 8 here. You might have went ahead without me when I stumbled there. 9 and 10. Good, all right, let's bring it down. Right, stack those hips, tall through the shoulder. Lift that leg up. We go front to back. 2, 3, 4, 5. And you'll notice I keep looking. 6. Because our natural tendency is to start getting bigger and bigger, especially the more painful it gets. 8. So I keep an eye on what I'm doing. 9, 10. Just to make sure I don't accidentally start cheating. Right, spin it around, stack it up, stack those feet, scoot back just a little so I don't kick my weight. Separate just a little bit and let's go. Front. This is such a killer little one. I give credit to Angie Brock on this one. She used to do this in bar class after a series of 100 other things that would light your booty up. 9, 10. I was always amazed at what that felt like. It was crazy. So of course I have to share that amazement with you guys. All right, let's put our band back on. We've got one more trip through. All right, band around those ankles. Get all your self-equipment adjusted. All right, let's plant. Shift that weight over. We got left leg. Front, side, and back. Man, feels a little different each time, doesn't it? 2, 3. Good. Remember, challenge yourself. See if you can not touch down in the middle. If you have to, you have to. No harm. 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost there, guys. Woo. 9. Last one. 10. Woo. I'm already starting to sweat a little bit. It doesn't feel like we haven't really done that much, right? We have. Woo. Let's go. Right leg. Front. 2, 3. Remember, control movements, especially now that we're starting to get tired. We're going to want even more to start kicking. We're not kicking. Squeezing quad, hip, booty, quad, hip, booty. 8. I believe that was 8. 9. You're like, yep, that was 8, Tracy. Perfect. 10. All right, we'll keep that band off completely. I don't think we need the band anymore at all. Keep it close by, but I don't think we need it anymore. All right, let's come down to our side. Again, stack tall through that shoulder. Engage that midsection. Lift. Front to back. Keeping that movement small. It's like you're drawing a little rainbow over the top of your foot. 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Switch it, other side. Stack it up, tall through the shoulder, gauge that core. 4, keeping it small, little rainbow, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Yes! Woo! Thank you, hips and booty, for getting us through that, right? Oh, goodness, that is good stuff. All right. Where we are going next is we are going to need, equipment-wise, you're going to need your heavy hand weight and your stability item. Be it a wall, back of a chair, whatever you need. We're going to do one more kind of balance challenge. This one, I'd say more of a balance challenge than where we just were. So if you were like, I don't know, maybe consider getting yourself somewhere safe or having a little safe item by to help you, okay? So we're going to stand our legs, heavy hand weight, stability item. I'm going to check comments, grab some water. I will be right back. Oh, hello, Melissa, Heather, Christina. Oh, goodness. Melissa Klein, I'm so glad that you're watching. I think about you so often every time I do these workouts, like you pop into my brain. So I'm so happy to see that you're watching and saving these for later. I know with a house full of kiddos, it can be hard to kind of etch away dinner time to work out. So I hope that you're going to enjoy these on your own time and getting a little Melissa break. So awesome to see you. Heather, great to see you too. And Christina, I think you just texted me that you did one of my other workouts. Are you here for round 2 or are you just previewing? You're here for round 2. All right, guys, so we are going to go into what is called a quarter squat. I'm gonna kind of unpack that for you so we don't spend a whole lot of time holding a heavy hand weight and trying to sort it out, okay? So heavy hand weight, I'll give you your choice. You can hold like a bow tie, which is end to end, or you can hold here like a goblet to your chest, okay? Just don't let it sit on your chest. Have a little bit away from your chest, all right? So we're gonna do a quarter squat high, quarter squat low. Just real quick, the method on that. So quarter squat high, we're gonna start standing, and we're gonna go about a quarter of the way down. So sort of that first moment where you feel all these muscles start to engage. Now, this is gonna look different for all of us because it depends on how low our squat is, okay? So you gotta kind of feel this one out for yourself. I'm not here to watch and help. But, so we're gonna go to just to that point where you feel those muscles go, whoo, high, and then we squeeze them and stand. So we're not going any deeper than that first kind of engagement, squeeze and stand. So what this is doing is working on the descent of your squat. So usually when we squat, we don't think about the lowering down part. We just kind of plop down and then think about pushing up. So this is training us to also work on that descent. So we're gonna do 12 at the high point. Then we're gonna come down to our lowest point, stop, push back up to where we stopped previously, and down. So we're working the bottom half of the squat. So now we're training that ascension up, okay? So training the drop, we're training the lift, okay? I hope that makes sense. It's another one of those conceptual things that I get a little obsessed with, so, but I think you'll feel it. Pretty darn effective, especially if you throw a heavy hand weight on top there. So I'm gonna opt for this. You want your feet a little bit further than hip width, really whatever comfortable squat distance is for you. We're gonna work that top half. So drop till you feel those muscles engage. Squeeze up. 2. Squeeze up. 3. Good. So don't just not think about it and just kind of haphazardly stand up. Really drop, pause, push. Now, of course, for most of us, this is going to be the easier end of it. But what we're doing is training our brain to think about the lowering into it piece of the squat too, not just falling into it and pushing out. As always, we set that booty back. 8, 9, and yes, I do want you to move this slow. 10, we need our brain involved when we work out. 11, we need that mind-body connection. 12, now drop to your lowest, push up, just to that engagement part, set it down. 2, 3, you feel this right away. 4, 5, really imagine pushing out of those heels. 7, 8, 9, focus on that push. 10, 11, good. So literally, my muscles were quivering. I don't know if you can see it or not, flat pants kind of hide things, but my muscles were like up and down. So hope yours were too. Okay, so here comes our balance challenge. Ready? So you want your stability item to likely be to your right hand side. What we're gonna do, it's called a crane to a lunge. So crane pose, I'm gonna step closer to the camera than normal because I need room to step back. Crane pose, 2 variations for arms, but crane pose would be to lift your leg to 90 here. Arms can be out to the side or a pie. I'm gonna go with a pie. We start here, we slowly lower back to a lunge. Then shift that weight, really imagine it's floating out of that heel. I'm bouncing just for dramatic effect. Push back up to the top. And that'll be 1, okay? So you want to try to step back slow and controlled, pull it up without having to tap in the middle. If you can. If you have to, you have to. It's all right. We're all working towards a goal, right? Okay, so let's go with our left leg as our mover. So we lift up. We're only going to do 8 of these, okay? Find yourself a focal point. I'm going to use the camera so it might look like I'm staring into your soul. But find yourself a non-moving focal point. That will help you. All right, let's go. Step it back slow and controlled. Lunge, push up, 1. 2, 3. Make sure you're keeping those shoulders away from your ears. We're not really doing much with our hands. 4. So they're going to want to start doing this. Keep them down. 5, 6, 7. 1 more on this side. 8. Good. All right. Should get a nice activation of that planted leg, right? Okay. So here we go. Shift that weight to your left. Find your focal point. We lift up. Pause for a moment. Catch that balance. Slowly step back. Lunge and up. Good. All that power is coming from that front heel. 3, 4. You got it, guys. Halfway there. 5. Landing light. 6. You don't want to hear that foot smacking the ground. Just a little tap. 7. And 8. Awesome. All right, that was your first trip through. I'm gonna grab a quick drink. Okay, we got those quarter squats. Let's grab that heavy weight. So we're focusing on that high. So to drop into the squat. So we drop till we feel those muscles engage. Push. 2. 3. Now what I found is my knee pain hits for a squat somewhere in the middle from where I stop here to what my lowest point is. So it's kind of cool when I work these because I can go low for the low half, lower than I normally do because I'm starting down there. 9, if that makes sense. So when that pain point that's in the middle, I'm already past that. 11. So it lets me work that lower part of my squat. Now that might not be the same for you. That was 12. So yeah, for me, a pain point hits about here. So on the low part, I just start below that. I've already moved past that pain point and now I can push up. Okay, so we go low, push. Almost imagine that you're resisting yourself. I know, you're irresistible. 4, 5. Yeah, almost imagine that gravity is just pushing you down and you're fighting against it. 6, 7, 8. Keep those shoulders down. 9, 10. Woo, sweat. 11, 12. Good. Woo. Sweat, sweat, sweat. I know, what else is new? Okay. So, let's set up for our crane to lunge. So, up to the top of our mat, if we have a mat. Shift that weight to your right. Find that focal point. We lift. Step back slowly. 1, 2, 3. Do a little form check on that lunge. 4. Make sure that knee is behind those toes. 7. And 8. Good, other side. Set it up, shift that weight, focal point. Let's go. Good job, guys. Just let me know what you think about this one. 3. A little theft from yoga. 4. I'm a lover of yoga. So anytime I can kind of lift something from them to incorporate into a regular workout, I'm happy to do it. I'm not sure if that was 7 or 8. I'm gonna do one more. If you know you're at 8, you stay. 8, good. All right, we got those quarter squats again. Grab that heavy weight. Set those feet up, hip width a little bit wider. Load up that weight to your chest. Again, you don't want this weight to sit on your chest if you're holding this way. Away just a little bit. Tuck those shoulders down. Working the top half. So drop till you feel engagement. Push. Now, no matter what squat we work in, number 1 is that booty goes back. Of course it does. Into that deep chair. So just because we're doing something a little different with high and low, doesn't matter. Always lead with that butt. Two more. Awesome. All right, get to your lowest low. Pushing up. Remember, resist yourself. 6, 7, 8. Ooh, feel that shimmy shake. 9, resist so hard that you feel quivers. 10, in those quads. 11, last one. 12. Good job. All right, set that heavy weight away. I don't think we need that heavy weight anymore. And we got our last set of crane to lunge. All right, so set yourself up. Whew. Sweat, sweat, sweat. Oh my goodness. All right, shift that weight to your right. Find that focal point. Arms come up, set those shoulders down. Left leg comes up, we step back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. 6. Keep pushing. 7. Drive out of that front heel. 8. Good. Other side. Last set. All right. Shift that weight. Hands go up. Pick that focal point. Knee lift. Let's go. Remember, slow and controlled. Don't just plop that foot down. See if you can set it down where you don't hear a thing. 3. Now that doesn't mean turn your music up more so you don't hear it. 4. 5. 6. 2 more. 7. And 8. Good job. Woo. Our legs have put in some work. Isn't that crazy? I hope you're feeling it like I am. I feel my quads super activated, hips, booty, everything. It's just tight. It's there, it's working. We didn't do huge movements. Little movements here, little movements here, here, here. You know, these small little movements can really create some big effort. Love it. Okay, I'm gonna catch my breath. So we're moving into upper body. This is where you're gonna want your light hand weights, okay? I don't think that anybody needs to be a hero on any of these upcoming exercises. I'm gonna be using 5s at the most. If I had it, I would use 7s. But I don't, unless I hold those plates, and that gave me crazy hand cramps. So I'm gonna go with 5. I would say that if you normally work it out with me and we're on about the same level, go for 5, maybe a little bit heavier, maybe not, maybe a little smaller. But that's sort of the range I'm gonna be working in. So sit tight, catch your breath, grab your weights. I'm gonna check comments. All right, I don't see any new comments. Oh, man, I'm gonna grab one more drink of water. We're doing good on time, it looks like. We have 2 upper bodies, and then a core set if we have time. So we're about 37 minutes, about 32 minutes of work. So I think we're looking pretty good. All right, so let's grab our light hand weights. So we're gonna be moving. For the first, we're doing 3 exercises. The third, I guarantee you have done before. The first 2, you've maybe never done before, okay? So the first one, I didn't really know what to call this, so I'm calling it a static curl. So sort of a half bicep curl, that's what you're looking at. Shoulders back and down, elbows tucked in. Arms stay just like this, static curl, and we're gonna push up to 90 degrees, so we're not pushing way up here, to about 90, a little bit above is okay, and then we're bringing it straight back down by our slides. Okay, so we're gonna go for 10 to 12 here. Depending on weight selection, we'll kind of determine if you can do the 12, all right? So let's go. Hold, lock it in. 1, 2. Keep those shoulders down away from the ears. 3. Try not to clench your neck. 4, 5. You'll notice I hold kind of an open grip when I use light hand weights. Tend to death grip. A lot of us do. 7, 8. If you have this open grip, it makes it impossible. 9, 10. I'm going to go for 2 more. You're welcome to join me if you want. 11 and 12. Nice. All right, that may have felt really weird because that's a very different movement than most of us ever do. So again, we just want to think about control. So we're not swinging. We're squeezing. Again, resisting ourselves almost to the top. Okay, so now we're going to do a standing pec fly, which you may have done before or you may have done on a machine. So we're going to be here like we were to do an overhead press. Again, shoulders down, not up like this. And we're going to wrap it around, touch those weights in the front, open it up. Okay, so let's go. 1. Really squeeze that chest in the middle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squeeze chest in the middle. 7. Squeeze shoulder blades, bring it back. 8, 9, 10. 2 more if you want. 11, 12. I'm feeling that. I hope you guys are too. All right. The last thing we're going to do, some good old-fashioned arm circles. Ooh. If you work out where I work out, I guarantee you've done these before. You might not have seen these in gym class though, maybe. So arm circles, we go arms straight out. My shoulders are already like, hello. And we're going to do little circles, little circles, not windmills. We're going to do 20 forward and 20 backwards, all right? Little hand weights optional. I don't have small enough ones that I feel safe doing it, but if you have light hand weights, go for it. Knock it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Keep those shoulders down. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Back. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Are your circles small? 14. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down, shake it out. Nice job, guys. So again, just make sure those circles small, not big windmills, and keep those shoulders down and circle, not here, okay? All right, grab those small hand weights. Going back to that static curl, front raise. So static curl, slow and control, up and back. So again, almost like you're resisting yourself. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost there, guys. You can do it. 9, 10. Option for 2 more. 11 and 12. Good. All right, we have that pec fly. Up. And we wrap it around. 1. Squeeze that chest to the front, shoulder blades to the back. 3. My shoulders are already pretty much on fire. 4. 5. Maybe I wouldn't use 7 pounds. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11 if you want it. And 12. Good. All right, set those weights down. We got arm circles. Whew. I am feeling that. All right, shoulders down, arms out, little circles. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. I tend to pace a little to distract myself. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Where are those shoulders? 17, 18, 19, 20. Back it up. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Halfway there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, putting your arms down never felt so good, huh? Woo-wee. All right. Let's do it one more time. Right. Let's set it up. Get that static curl right here to the middle. Shoulders back and down, elbows locked in tight. You lift. 1, 2, 3. Just taking that lift to about shoulder height. 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, if you're really resisting yourself, you'll feel that shimmy shake, little earthquake in those muscles. 9, 10. We call that engagement. 11, 12. That's when not necessarily the weight or the movement, but the weight, the movement, and your resistance. That's the engagement. That's what you're looking for. Now, when we lift super heavy, we still need muscle engagement, but we don't need to do that squeeze resistance because the weight is heavy enough. It is doing that for us. But when we use light weights, when we do small movements, you've got to play a role in that exercise too. All right, set it up. 1. Squeeze that chest. Squeeze those shoulder blades. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more to grow on. 11. Whew. 12. Oof. Yes, 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 y'all. All right. Those arm circles. Everybody's favorite. All right. Set those shoulders down. Let's go. 20. How small are your circles? We mean small. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back it up, back it up. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it feels so good. Good job, guys. So again, small movement, small weights, serious shoulders. They're happening, y'all. So we're gonna do some more shoulder work. Just trying to think of some different ways. You know, we are limited in some ways with what we can do without, cable machines. Some of those more dynamic exercise pieces of equipment. So, you know, I was trying to think of shoulders as one that kind of gets, I'm not going to say neglected, we do plenty of shoulder work, but I feel like I kept hitting sort of the same notes on shoulder work. So I thought throwing these guys in would kind of work our shoulders in some different ways than we have been. So hope you enjoyed those. Our next set, going to be again, working shoulders in a little different way than you normally have. So again, you're going to be the light hand weights. And now is the time, if you have a yoga mat, you want to get that out. Or this is the place where we're going to be doing some down dog. So we want to think about our hands, our stability, no hands slipping out from underneath us on a rug or a carpet, something like that, okay? Some of you guys might do yoga at home, so you already sort of know the lay of the land, but if you're new, just want to remind you that that can happen, okay? So I'm also going to be calling down dog an alternative term. So down dog is one term for it in the yoga world. Also pike is another term, more on the fitness side of things, but it's the same movement. So I'll probably use those interchangeably. Pike is just a little easier to say quickly than downward dog or downward facing dog. So go ahead, grab your small weights again, have your yoga mat set up. I'm going to check comments, grab another sip, and we'll get started. It's Ange. What is up, sister? Oh, Angie, I don't know if you were here for it at the beginning of the workout. I gave you a shout out for a killer little tiny butt exercise you always did in bar class. So if you didn't see it, you got some love for your booty. Not the first time, I'm sure. All right, so grab one light hand weight. And we're going to do what I say that because I tend to rename exercises to things that make more sense to me. So sometimes you might see something and be like, what is that? I've just renamed it to something that makes more sense to me. Every now and then I've renamed them to what another exercise is called and been corrected. So you can also correct me if I'm calling something totally wrong. So we're going to do what I call a diagonal press. So we're going to take our light hand weight and we're going to bring it across our body. So notice I'm not doing this. It's not a rotation. My shoulder's still not set 100% back. I'm big chested, I have to roll a little bit, but shoulder's still facing forward. And we're drawing a diagonal line across our body and up to the sky. So think if you were making a Y. If you're a cheerleader, that felt really natural for you. Shockingly, I was. So, again, we'll be here, opening up. So it's like you're making one half of an X. Again, shoulder stays down, so we're not doing this kind of deal. Shoulder stays down, just that arm is rotating in that socket. You should feel some work in your shoulder and possibly in your lat back here too. All right, so that's what we're looking for. So the main thing that happens is we do this. We cross over our body like that. So, and we're not swinging, so we're not doing this. It's not a kettlebell movement, okay? All right, so let's go. We're gonna set it across, squeeze up to the top. 2. This is one you don't see a lot because, you know, most of us are inclined to want to lift as heavy as possible. And this is one that you really don't want to pick up a heavy weight and do. Obviously, if you progress to something heavier than a 5 or wherever you're at, that's fine. But your goal probably is never going to be to do this with like a 20-pound weight, okay? And it's just because of the movement and the motion. It's not because of weakness or strength. I believe that's it. 10. 11 if you want it. One more. 12. Good. All right. Switch it out. So same thing. Keep that shoulder back as much as you can. Come across body. Open it up. These are also some good exercises to work on shoulder mobility. I have some mobility issues in my right shoulder. Not terrible, but it's definitely sort of like an impingement. Or maybe even some arthritis. I was a pretty hardcore softball player for my entire life, up until early adulthood. I was a pitcher for for the first half, and then third baseman, so I was always making long throws. So it can definitely tell a difference in that shoulder versus the left. Because Lord knows I'm not throwing a ball with my left hand. Oh my gosh. I believe this is 11 and 12. Beautiful. All right, so where we're going next, for yoga people, this is gonna feel like a pretty natural thing for you. If you've never done any sort of yoga, you might be like, huh, what's happening? So I'm gonna break it down super, super quick, okay? I know I'm an explainer, but I really want you to get this right. So if you have never done pike or down dog, I'm gonna cover that form just super quick, and then we'll get started. So what we're going to be doing is going from plank to pike or down dog. So for those of you who are new to pike or down dog, what that means is you start in your plank. I like to imagine I have a string tied around my waist that is pulling my hips up towards the sky. So you can see I'm not over my hands, so I didn't just stick my butt up in the air. I'm pushing back through my hands, pulling my hips up toward the sky, and working towards straight legs with my heels planted to the floor. I've never seen myself do down dog in a mirror, so I am hoping that this is pretty and appropriate. So that is what your down dog looks like. You imagine those hips are pulling up, you're pushing your chest back towards your quads, okay? So we go from plank up to down dog, and that's 1. We're gonna do it 10 times. 1. 2. Good. Hips pull to the sky, chest towards your thighs. 3. 4. 5. 6. Some serious shoulder work. 7. 8. Really engage that core too. Imagine that navel drawing back towards your spine. 9. Last one. 10. There we go. Good job, guys. It's good shoulder work, right? Got some core work, some shoulder work there. Also a nice stretch in the back of those legs too. So kind of get a little double work and stretch going there. All right, let's grab our one hand weight. Set that shoulder back. Start in that cross position. Again, not rotated, crossed. We lift. We're lifting, not swinging. 2. 3. Always want to have a little bit of micro bend in that elbow. 4. It's just never a good idea to have that elbow locked out. 5. Keeping that shoulder separated down from your ear. 6. 7. 8. 9. Again, resist. 10. 11. And 12. Awesome. Switch it out. Set that shoulder back. Open. 2. Nice job, guys. 3. Yeah, lather my shoulder with some CBD lotion to hopefully help with this mobility. But honestly, this feels really good. For me, it's not, with arthritis, it's pain when you hit certain movements. For me, in the shoulder, it's not pain. It just feels kind of stuck, like it doesn't want to go exactly where I want it. So you might feel that too sometimes. So it's really good to keep working gently into it to try to get that mobility back, break up whatever impingements happen in there. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, so please don't do something crazy and be like, Tracy said work through the impingement. Please don't do that. That's 10, 11, and 12. Good. Unfortunately for me, but fortunately for my students, is that I've had a lot of injuries and chronic issues, and so I've just learned a lot of tips and tricks and workarounds, and because I'm just not willing to give up on me. So I hope you're not willing to give up on you. All right, so hands underneath your shoulders, wide fingers, set those shoulders back, long neck. We go into our plank, and we push up. Hips towards the ceiling, chest to your thighs. 1, 2, try to set those heels towards the ground. 3, 4. Again, we're moving slow. We're not trying to be a seesaw here. 5. Energetically push energy up through your hands. 6. Keep that core tight. Navel draws in. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Great job, guys. All right. Let's bring it up. We got one more set of that to get through. Awesome. All right, let's grab that hand weight. Bring it across. Let's go. 1, 2. Resist. Imagine you're pulling something heavy up out of the ground. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. 9. You're going to 10. This is your last one. 10. We can go for 2 more. 11. And 12. Awesome. All right, other side. Set it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Remember, resist. No momentum. 5. You resist up and on the way down. 6. 8, 9, 10. 2 more if you want. 11 and 12. Awesome. We have that last set of plank to pike and or down dog, whichever you want to call it. All right, so we're going to set those hands up nice and wide, right underneath our shoulders. Fingers wide, big starfish. Shoulders back and down. Go up into our plank. We push back. Hips come up. Chest comes back. Really think about making that chest wide. Pushing those shoulders open. 2, 3, 4. It's like you're trying to set your chest onto your thighs. 5. Of course, that is not going to happen. That's not actually the goal. Just a visual to make sure that you're moving in the best way possible. 7. 8. 9. And 10. All right. Awesome. Okay, guys, so I'm looking at the time. We're just over an hour. We're at 1 hour and 2 minutes. minus about 5-6 minutes of me talking in the beginning. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do quick through our core set. So obviously your option if you want to stay. I understand if you have to go. You can always come back and grab the core set on its own later. So just check it about the hour and 3-minute mark is where you'll find the core set if you come back to it. So I'm gonna take just the quickest drink of water, quickest peek at the phone, and then meet me back down here on the floor on your belly, okay? I'm gonna try to spend not much time talking. There's not too much to get into on this, so we can get through it and get you out of here, okay? All right, so go ahead and meet me on your belly when you're ready. All right, quick. So we're gonna do swims. So again, small movements. We're gonna lay on our belly, extend our hands out, straight out in front of us, our feet out behind us. We're gonna engage and lift, and we're gonna do little swim kicks and paddles, okay? So we're gonna go for a total of 20 of these. So engage that back, engage those glutes. 20, whoop, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right, flip to our belly or to our back. All right, get our feet right in line with our hips. We're going to crunch up. Again, strength from your chest lifts you up. We're going to reach our left hand down towards our left ankle, and we're going to hold that crunch up, side crunch to touch that ankle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So small movements. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last thing we're going to do, we're only going to do 5. I'm going to call it a staggered leg lift. So if you need support under your lower back, go ahead and wiggle walk that little diamond shape underneath your tailbone. You're going to lift those legs up towards the sky, flex those feet. We're going to stagger for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So again, small movement, little drop, little drop, little drop, little drop. Woo, big explosion in that belly. All right, we got 2 more trips through. We're moving fast here. So let's flip it over. We got our little swims. So we're going to stick those arms out, feet out behind us, engage that back, engage that core. Little swims. 20, 19, 18, 17, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. We flip it over. Telling you, quick and dirty, y'all. I'm telling my brain, shut up, don't talk. Straighten your chest, pull you up, reach to that left ankle. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 10. Support that head if you need to. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. String up. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right. Stagger. Leg lifts. We come up. We go. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. Awesome. Flip it over one more time. Almost there. All right, guys. Arms out, extend. Feet out behind you. Engage that back. Engage that core. Let's go. 20, 19, 18, 16, 15, 14, 13, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right. Side crunches. Hips in line with those heels. String pulls you up. Left ankle. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Support that head if your neck's bothering you. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 10, 9, 8. Really squeeze that side body. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Stagger drops. It's all we've got left. Support that back. Squeeze that belly tight. Shoulders back and down. Long neck. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. 2, 3, 2, 1, 3. Trying to make nice, distinct staggers. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 5. I think that was 4 or 5. I'm not sure. Let's do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Oh, awesome job, guys. Thank you for motoring through that last little core set with me. Didn't want to leave any part of that body. I was going to say untouched. That's probably inappropriate. Oh, guys, so thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you so much for joining me. Even if it was just to pop in, take a peek and see what I'm up to. I'm grateful for all of you. Thank you so very much for working out with me on your Tuesday nights. I look forward to it. Feels like I'm connected and back with my friends, and just really, really enjoy this time with you guys. So thank you so, so much. Remember to share with your friends, and if you want, Venmo at Strong Style Fit. And I hope to see you Saturday at 11 a.m. That is my plan. Look forward to it. If you have any requests, suggestions, anything you want to see me do in class, I'm always happy to hear them. So please send them my way. And otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your week. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Take care. Be well. Mwah. Thank you. Bye, guys.